cost involved in moving money from one country to the other. Not just in the transactional costs, but also just in the conversion of currency, is just mind-boggling. It's absolutely huge. And the FX market is a $5.3 trillion daily market. So I see massive benefits. And I kind of, in between some of the views expressed, but I think that, as I say, having a much better understanding of how much something really, value of something here as compared to the value of something in India, value of something in the UK, I think that will bring a lot of benefit. Secondly, I think it's and this is often not thought of, and I tend to look at it, as I say, outside in, is authenticity. You have a public record or a record of every single payment. Now, right now, the way the financial system works is we delegate that monitoring to individual banks. If they don't do their job properly, guess what? We fine them. But here you have an algorithm, a methodology, a sort of blockchain effective, but a payment methodology, which is able to actually do that for you in a sort of a distributed fashion. I think that point will be the game changer. And I agree with the other comments. This can be extended into a whole host of things, not just buying property and shares, but even storage, even being able to effectively store stuff in Dropbox. You can have a number of different servers and then have a blockchain around it. So for me, that is fascinating. But the moment you have a black box, okay, which is not easily understandable by the masses, then you're reliant upon an algorithm, and I think that becomes tricky. That becomes not easily understandable to people. They want to understand, and as one person said, got $1, I know the dollar goes and buys this, and yes, I know the dollar may go up and go down but I can sort of intuitively understand that relates to interest rates, that relates to your demand and supply of currency. I can intuitively kind of rationalize that. But it's difficult for somebody who is non-technical, non-mathematically based, to rationalize out that the maximum number is going to be reached in year 2140. And the moment you are into that, then, and there's a lack of understandability, then I think that causes resistance. This technology and technologies like it will have a disruptive impact on the banking system. To me, that is no doubt. It will assist things like peer-to-peer lending. And what's a bank? I take a deposit from you and lend it to somebody else. Well, in creating a platform where you've got that peer-to-peer lending, and once again, solving a problem, reducing costs. An interesting development is in Kenya, the M-Pesa system. So you know how that occurred? Well, I've got a mobile telephone, I'm on a pay-as-you-go units. You run out of, you're my father, and you run out of units. So guess what? I can then sell you, I'll transfer some of my units over to you. Well, that's a transfer of value. So that then evolves into a transfer of payments around a mobile telephone. How fascinating is that?